Halt! Mortals are not permitted within the walls of Holy Cylarne. My pardon, Lord. Receive this key, and with it free passage throughout the shrine of the Flame of Agnon. Alas, we cannot light the flame until we take control of the Altar of Despair from the infernal Maskin. The Armazalkana would wish to speak to you at once. Proceed through this door to our main encampment at the Altar of Rapture.
My scouts reported no signs of the Maskin in the Underdeep. It's our best chance to take them unawares.
Too risky. It's likely to be a trap. They could cut us to pieces down there if they knew we were coming.
With all due respect, Armas, I ask that you reconsider. The main passage is strongly defended. Perhaps if you'd allow me to scout further.
Enough! I've made my decision. We will attack down the main passage as planned. The Maskin will not withstand us.
Cylarne shall be ours.
This is no place for a mortal. We are about to join battle against the Maskin. You'd best stand aside. My pardon, emissary. I am at your service. We are preparing to sweep the Maskin scum from Cylarne. Perhaps Sheogorath sent you to help us. The treacherous ones, the dark seducers of ill repute, whose every action drags Sheogorath's holy name through the mud. Only the servants of Sheogorath can light the flame, by kindling the altars of despair and rapture which feed the flame. Alas, we hold only the altar of rapture. The treacherous Maskin hold the altar of despair. We must control both to light the flame. If you help us seize the altar of despair from the Maskin, I will be honored to kindle the flame of Agnon for my lord Sheogorath. The flame is fed from the altar of rapture and the altar of despair. Only servants of Sheogorath can kindle the altars. Once we capture the altar of despair from the Maskin, it will be my great honor to light the flame for Lord Sheogorath. The only way to assault the altar of despair is down the main passage between the two altars. It will be difficult. The Maskin have fortified their position, but I am confident that with your help, we can defeat them. Will you help us retake the altar of despair and drive the Maskin out of Cylarne once and for all? That's an excellent idea. They cannot refuse entry to an emissary of Lord Sheogorath. Return at once when you have their deployments. This could make all the difference. Go. The Maskin are unworthy to guard the altar of despair.
The altar? What is it, emissary? You know us as Dark Seducers, a name given us by our enemies. But we are the Maskin in our own tongue, Sheogorath's only truly loyal servants. The holy flame can only be lit from the altars of despair and rapture. Alas, the Ariels hold rapture for now. You should speak to the Grakedric Ulfri at once. She will be glad of your help to rid Cylarne of the arrogant Ariels once and for all. Our rivals, the so-called Golden Saints, One day, Sheogorath will finally recognize their bull-headed stupidity and expel them from the realm. She is the Gorkedric, commander of the Mazkin here at Cylarne. She has never yet been defeated by the Auriels, despite their strength. The counterpart to the Altar of Despair. Rapture is currently held by the Auriels in their complacency, but that will soon change. Walk with our Lord. Sheo, what is it, emissary? We hold the Altar of Despair, here within the Shrine of the Flame of Agnon. Continue down the corridor if you wish to meditate there upon the fate of all things mortal. For Sheogorath's glory. A mortal wandering the halls of Holy Cylarne, and a male no less. Explain yourself. Then I am at your service. The Gorkedric Ulfri commands here. You will wish to speak to her at once, no doubt. For Sheogorath's glory. The Altar of Rapture will be ours. Sheogorath's blessing. The Altar of Rapture will be ours.
The Mazkin are unworthy to guard the Altar of Despair. Sheogorath's blessings upon you. Greetings, stranger. Are you here to help us drive the Mazkin out of Cylarne? She commands the Ariels here at Cylarne. She has just arrived with reinforcements from Brellock to end this stalemate once and for all. Our home and sanctuary here in the Shivering Isles. That's what we call ourselves. The most loyal and honorable servants of Sheogorath. It is just there, at the top of these steps. You would pray for the blinding ecstasy, which is the ultimate reward for those in Sheogorath's service? Alas, we have not seen the Altar of Despair for many years. It is in the underground part of Cylarne, which is controlled by the Mazkin. The Mazkin do not even allow us free passage to worship there, which is one of the many reasons why they are unfit to continue to guard it. The flame is only lit at the command of Sheogorath, from the altars of rapture and despair within the shrine itself. I'm sure that our Mazel Kana will be glad to help you once the Mazkin are driven from the Altar of Despair. My scouts recently discovered another way through the ruins to the Altar of Despair. The Armazel Cannon wants to assault the altar down the main passage, but the Mazkin are expecting us to come that way. They've strongly fortified the main passage against us. If we attacked through the Underdeep, we could take them by surprise. If only Canna would listen to me. An attack down the main passage will end the same as it always does. A glorious defeat. I knew it. You should tell Canna what you saw. Maybe you can convince her to change her attack plan. For Sheogorath's glory.
My soul for Sheogorath's glory. Hail! Greetings, emissary. We await your command. For Sheogorath's glory. Greetings, emissary. Are you ready to help us destroy the Mazkin and take control of the Altar of Despair? Are all males so obstinate? Have I not already told you that I consider that route too risky? What makes you think you can persuade me when my own lieutenant cannot? You've seen this with your own eyes? I must be sure it isn't a trap if I'm to take such a risk. Meryl was very convincing as well. Very well, we'll risk it. The Underdeep it is. May Sheogorath's divine madness possess us today. Orioles, we attack through the Underdeep. The Mazkin will be destroyed before they awake to their danger. Follow me. Down with the Mazkin! For the Mad God! Ata Oriol! For the Mad God! Kneel before the saints! Oriol! For Sheo Gorath! For Sheo Gorath! Before the saints!
For Sheogorath! Follow me!
For Sheogorath! For the Mad God! For Sheogorath!
Kneel before the saints!
For the Mad God! For Sheogorath!
Ata Oriol!
For Sheogorath! For the Mad God!
For the Mad God!
Ata Oriol!
For the Mad God! Mazkin!
For the Mad God! Kneel before the saints!
For Sheogorath!
For the Mad God! For the Mad God! For the Mad God!
For Sheogorath! For Sheogorath!
For the Mad
Kneel
God!
before the saints! Kneel before the saints!
For Sheogorath!
For Sheogorath!
Ata Oriol! For Sheo Gorath! For the Mad God!
Ata Mazkin!
The altar of the Sheo Gorath! The battle is not over yet.
For Sheogorath! Kneel before the saints!
Kneel before the saints! For the Mad God!
Ata
Oriol! Ata Oriol! Kneel before the saints!
For Sheogorath! Kneel
before the saints!
For the Mad God! For
Sheo Gorath!
For the Mad God!
Ata Oriol!
For Sheogorath!
Oriol!
For the Mad God!
Mazkin!
For the Mad God!
For Sheogorath!
For the Mad
Ata Oriol! For Sheo Gorath! For the Mad God! Kneel before the saints. Kneel before the saints. Kneel before the saints. For Sheogorath. For Kneel before the saints. For the Meshach. Kneel before the saints. Kneel before the saints. Victory is ours. I have already selected a candidate for the honor of kindling the altar of rapture. I will now claim the honor of victory for myself, here on the altar of despair. Not at all. It was an honor to carry out such an agreeable duty at the personal command of Lord Sheogorath's personal emissary. Now, it is my even greater honor to die in my lord's service. Farewell. Speak quickly, mortal. Your words hold no meaning for me.
You've brought it! The holy flame of agnon, the fire of inspiration and rapture. If you light the great torch on the mania side of the Accession, you will be a hero to the people of bliss, I assure you. I knew I saw the glint of true mania in your eyes, my child. Go now, and let the holy flame inspire the people of Bliss to new heights of madness. Tidings and welcome. What?
I've heard that Gnarl gets stronger when hit by some spells.
Aren't
You off to a good start? That's important. For me. Really, your work is going to save me a lot of time. The Grey March is upon us, and the ordering begins. Armies of order, sweep my realm! Death! Destruction! Then I have to pick up the pieces. And there are always lots of pieces. I don't like it, having to rebuild my realm every era. Sometimes I forget where things go, like New Sheoth. I can never remember where it belongs. You'll change that. Break the cycle. You'll stop Jiggalag, and I'll have my realm to come back to. I've never actually tried that before. Why not? Something has to work. Once, I dug a pit and filled it with clouds. Or was it clowns? It doesn't matter, it didn't slow them down. To be honest, it wasn't the best idea. And it really began to smell. Must have been clowns. Clouds don't smell bad. They taste of butter. And tears. But this is all new. A fresh idea. Something I hadn't thought of. Until I did. It's sure to work, even though it might not. Now, you'll need the respect of my citizens. They'll need a leader, someone to look up to when I'm gone. They're the backbone of any great land. Except where the backbone is an actual backbone. Ever been to Malakoth's realm? Oh, nasty stuff. But back to the business at hand. You'll need to control one of the Courts of Madness. Replace a current duke, or duchess, whichever. That will command respect. The people will rally around you. You'll have their love, their admiration, their complaints, whatever, as long as it keeps them on our side. No. No. Absolutely not. Well, yes, absolutely. Bit of a shame for them. But sometimes, you need to break a few eggs. Or skulls. There are rules, though, even in the Isles. Rituals and rules. You need to follow them. Speak to Artis and Dervenin, the High Priest at the Seselum Arden Sul. They can explain what needs to be done. And you've always got our man Haskell to call on for help. Faithful, like a good hound, that one. And he looks better in a suit. It's already started, but you might be able to stop it. We're making you into a leader the people can trust. Someone to look up to. Someone to blame. Once I'm gone, things usually get bad quickly. Lots of defections, lots of carnage, but with you at the helm, things will be different. This time, I'll beat him. I can't stand losing, and I don't mind cheating. Ta, come visit again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!
As willed it to be. The gatekeeper is dead, and the newcomer to
Yes,
the
what
Isles
is it?
will join us in praising his name.
See you later.
Tidings and welcome. The great torch shines with the pure light of mania. You chose well. In accordance with the ancient tradition, receive now the raiment of Arden Sul in honor of your mighty deed in service to mania. Tread the humble path and... find enlightenment.
Another sheep. Return. I'm disappointed in your choice. You'll find mania to be a fickle friend. Pleasure and pain be with you.
You're talking to me. Ta, come visit the...
What else can I... Yes, how we would all aspire to be as great a leader as the first. Our savior, Arden Sul, the greatest Duke of the Ages. We celebrate him with the ritual of Accession, the path to maniac bliss. An important part of our history, my friend. I would be glad to tell the tale if you have a moment. Arden Sul was perhaps the greatest duke to walk our land. Many years ago, he decided to hold a night of absolute indulgence, resplendent with dance, wine, and sex, to celebrate his fondness for his brethren. The green moat flowed like water in a stream as the revelers voraciously succumbed to its rapturous ways. But it was, as the bacchanal reached a crescendo, the people began to clutch their chests as their very hearts exploded. The green moat had taken its toll. The ground stained a deep crimson as the sanguine liquid flowed from their lifeless bodies. To represent that night, when the ruler of mania is to be replaced, he partakes of the green moat and allows his lifeblood to flow upon the altar. Certainly, when the ruler of mania has decided it is time, he will choose a successor from his court. The successor is invited to a huge celebration, a night of hedonistic revelry, wine, song, and of course, green moat. During this, the exiting regent imbibes 3 doses of the potent drug. This causes his heart to burst, and his lifeblood flows from his body. The successor then gathers the drug-tainted blood and brings it to the altar of Arden Sul in the Sacellum. Once this is done, I will proclaim the successor a duke or duchess. Then, Sheogorath gives his blessing, and the cycle is completed.
Again, or I'll pluck out your eyes!